About 4,000 people work on our Janssen campus in Beersen. We research and develop new pharmaceutical compounds and host 2 pharmaceutical plants and supporting services. Our campus is one of the largest energy consumers of Johnson & Johnson, our parent company. And although we already do a lot of efforts on saving on energy, we are never satisfied. We can always do better. That's why we are developing a 4th generation heat network.
A heat network is very comparable to the central heating in a house, but on a larger scale, obviously, the scale of a village, a city, or like here, an industrial site at Janssen. In this heat network, you have a source of heat where the water is heated up. Then this hot water is distributed across the site through a network of pipes, comparable to central heating for a house, but on a far larger scale, which also means more energy efficient and less energy consumption.
J&J's CO2 emissions have to be reduced by 20% before 2020 in comparison with the 2010 emissions. 35% of all consumed electricity should be generated by sustainable or renewable sources. By 2050, all Janssen's buildings should benefit from 100% renewable energy.
Heat networks are an excellent way of turning Flanders in a climate-neutral region. A 4th generation heat network on this industrial scale is a first in Flanders. Other European examples are still in a laboratory scale or are developed for demonstration purposes. The first working, larger installations are to be found in Scandinavia and the Netherlands.
Janssen is working on a 4th generation heat network. A 1st generation heat network runs on steam, concrete piping, and one central heat source. The 2nd generation is more sophisticated and runs on water under high pressure instead of steam, in combination with again concrete piping and one central heat source. A 3rd generation heat network runs on water up to 100 degrees, insulated piping and one central heat source. And then there's the 4th generation heat network. This type of heat network makes use of sustainable energy sources, water at a low temperature, insulated piping and one or multiple heat sources.
The heat network has different sources and different users. And some of those users are also a source of heat. The principal heat source will be a geothermal energy central. Additional to the geothermal heat, there will be gas-fired boilers providing peak and backup capacity. An absorption chiller, which generates chilled water for refrigeration based on heat, will also be connected. Janssen uses a heat network which runs on 3 different temperature levels in 3 different pipes. What is exceptional at the system of Janssen is that we work at 3 different temperature levels. First, we connect to the high temperature users, for example production processes or cleaning. The same liter water is afterwards reused for lower temperature users. For example, heating of clean rooms and labs, so therefore we maximize the output of the system.
The 4th generation heat network runs on primary heat sources producing water at 90 degrees Celsius and secondary sources delivering heat at 70 degrees. The 90 degrees heat sources will be the geothermal power plant and the different natural gas-fired boilers. The 90 degrees heat sources feed the 90 degrees heat network. Installations in need of water at 90 degrees will tap from this 90 degrees heat network. Remaining inside these installations after use is water at 70 degrees, which feeds the 70 degrees heat network. That is why an installation using 90 degrees and leaving 70 degrees is considered to be a secondary heat source. Installations in need of water at 70 degrees will tap from this 70 degrees heat network. At the end of this cycle, the temperature of the remaining water is circa 30 degrees. This goes back to the 90 degrees heat source and the cycle starts again.
The preparation works for the execution of Phase 1 have started in December 2017. Phase 1 will be completed in 2020 and over the next 15 years we will further optimize the installation. Janssen's innovative 4th generation heat network is the first of its kind in Flanders and will receive support from the Flemish and European government. We will be facing important technical challenges and inevitably some risks, but by executing this project, Janssen will gain experience and knowledge from which other projects in Flanders can benefit. Dr. Paul Janssen was known to ask his employees every day, what's new? So innovation is part of this company's DNA. The fourth generation heat network is another step on the road to our future.